What's up, guys, and welcome back to Use Gaming. My name's Use, and welcome back to the Outer Worlds 2. And join me here in Fairfield. We just discovered DeVries' home. And at the end of last part, we got a level up that we are going to start this episode with. Now, what do I want to get up? Guns is always good. I want to do lockpick again. And our quest. We're going to start this episode with Diabolical Drones of Doom. Destroy the hover drones. Destroy all the Protectorate hover drones in the hills around the Ministry of Accuracy. So we're gonna head there. See what that entails. Cool ship.
Keep 'em coming. I can do this all day.
We found some buildings here. Want to see what they... Redractor Quiznell.
Oh, what's this? Non-protectorate personnel just sauntering up onto my porch, free as they please. Admit I'm accustomed to a higher standard of precaution. State your purpose, outsider, or exit yon way you came.
I'm an Earth Director agent, and I'm pursuing a wanted fugitive.
Well, that all sounds rather exciting, like something out of an Aetherwave serial, which I've watched only for official research purposes, of course. Most in the Protectorate don't know what the Earth Directorate is, you know. Suspect you've received a few blank stares if you've mentioned it afore. Anyhow, you travel freely. I'll forgo appealing to your sense of duty, as those outside the Protectorate lack such motivating principles. I presume you accept payment for services?
Depends.
In my role, I compile material providing special insight on other colonies. Items prohibited to others, news logs, serials, and the like. During recent troubles, unsavory elements removed certain items from my old office. Among them, a series which took considerable time to assemble.
And what precisely are they?
A form of manipulatory ideation disguised as popular entertainment, intended to sway the audience to their point of view, couched within just a crackingly exciting narrative. Tell me, are you familiar with Science Adventures Quarterly, featuring Commander Zane and Buddy and other sensationalistic space stories?
Commander Zane and Buddy, yes. Buddy got smacked the crap out of in the opening scene. Science Adventures Quarterly, though, not so much.
It was a popular fiction periodical from not long ago. Each of its 10 volumes featured an exhilarating cover illustration depicting Zane and Buddy's thrilling exploits. Whether they faced automechanical industrialists or robber magnates from the Plutocrian kleptocracy, their tales remained invigorating thrill rides.
Alright, I'll do it.
Ah, quite right. In fact, delightful. Once you have one of the 10 periodicals in hand, I will trade you for rarities and bits. Stay true, outsider.
Sounds good.
Let me know when you need a distraction.
Think we found it.
Enthusiastically neutralizing unfriendlies.
You got spitting at us, bro. Sorry, Valerie. Thought you were...
Sequencing attack strategies.
Alright, return to the bounty terminal. Anything worth looting in this place? Does not appear like it. What is this? Engineering 2 perk electrotherapist or another perk manual reset. I do not have any of those, so we'll be moving on. We are back at Fairfield.
Hell, I've stood this post so many times.
Gonna walk over this terminal over here for our first bounty work.
Around here with these protectorate defectors. Except that
Turn in a completed bounty. Drone swarm bounty. Turn in. It's 270 XP. More XP. Advanced decryption key in a bit cartridge. Any local bounties? No bounties found. That's all the bounties currently. Let's do mystifying case of the Midnight Marauder. Loss Prevention Officer Warren asks for your help in solving the mystery of food gone missing from the Fairfield greenhouse. He claimed to see someone leaving the greenhouse late at night. Help LPO Warren track down the missing foodstuffs. LPO Warren suspects the culprit stealing from the greenhouse must be somewhere nearby. Search for clues. Alright, Officer Warren. Let's see if we can help you out. Greenhouse is that right here. So let's look in these houses, see if we can find anybody or any clues. Why is this? Please select the following option messages, contingencies. I confess I do not think a cellar would be much use. When I first moved into the house, imagining a natural disaster or some unlawful uprising occurring in Fairfield of all places. It seemed absurd. Now we are at war, and I have even heard it rumored that the invaders will attack Paradise Island. Should the worst come to pass, my resolve will not waver. I will, of course, answer duty's call and repel these fiends by any means necessary. Administrator code. Twice this week I've input the wrong code and locked myself out of the terminal. If it happens the third time, I suspect I will be recommended for mental refreshment due to insufficient recollection. Given how scattered I felt, maybe that would be for the best. I keep waiting for this sovereign to call me up to combat to the invaders, but no. I have orders to remain here in Fairfield. No matter, I must remain diligent. Perhaps I'll write the code down and pin it to the refrigerator or some such until I've properly memorized it. It is not as though I entertain visitors. So you need scrap paper or hack and a bypass. Scrap of paper. Locate a code to unlock the administration. You said on the refrigerator. I'm assuming that was the refrigerator. Pick up scrap of paper. What looks to be a terminal administrator's code has been written onto this scrap of paper. Can I read that scrap of paper? That's all it says. Alright. Access administrator controls with scrap of paper. What would you like to do? Unseal cellar. Unsealing cellar. Please process complete. The exterior entrance to the cellar is now accessible. The exterior. Alright. So it is outside somewhere. How do I get in this cellar? It said exterior, so it's not near. Ah, this side.
I suppose it was only a matter of time until we were discovered. But what an odd thing to die for. Apples.
Apples? What are you talking about?
Is that not why you've come? Because you discovered our recent larceny at the greenhouse?
Must have been you that Officer Warren spotted.
The greenhouse's stolen bounty offered a healthy alternative to gorging ourselves on that vending machine poison. Alas, I was spotted on 1 or 2 forays.
You're surely not referring to Auntie's delicious caloric bread noodles, are ya?
You must have a weak mind to have fallen prey to such dubious marketing. I bet you don't even know half of what's in what you consume. The horror of it.
The horror! You must have been starving to risk your lives for apples.
Starving? Hardly. We have greater stores of strength than you suppose. This hunger is a momentary distraction, nothing more.
Even a distraction can be fatal at the right moment.
If you are conniving for some concession of weakness, you will be a long time waiting.
Thought I saw you disappear in here. Oh. Seems I've stumbled into quite the shindig. You lot been hiding out in here all this time? Touch cramped, ain't it?
You should wait upstairs, officer. I'm handling this.
Please, stay. It would please me to end the lives of 2 invaders as opposed to 1.
Not very copacetic, are you folks?
If this exchange is not to your liking, I can accommodate you with a bullet instead.
You really are all brainwashed, aren't you?
Spare me your insults. They mean less than nothing coming from the mouth of a corporate pet.
I'm guessing that means you also wouldn't consider joining Auntie's choice?
I would sever my own hands at the wrist rather than sign a corporate contract.
Would you accept being prisoners of war then?
A generous offer. But we prefer to die in the service of the sovereign.
I wanted to spare you and your troops, Sentinel, but you're giving me no other choice.
This was always going to end in blood.
Guess I had this mystery all wrong. A small part of me was hoping... Nah, never mind. It's downright foolish.
Go ahead, tell me.
I lost a friend in the invasion. A good friend. Thought maybe all this was her trying to send me a message of some kind. Like I said, foolish.
It's difficult to lose people. We all grieve in different ways.
I appreciate that. Never really talked about the direction of my thoughts on this topic with no one before. Wow, it's like I'm lighter. Thank you for everything. Truly.
You're welcome. A light revolver. Let's go give a talk to Savannah. Stalking an associate of angry ascendants. You learn that Savannah, a former confidant of DeVries, is hiding out in an abandoned chapel near Fairfield. Talking to her may potentially yield more information regarding DeVries' whereabouts, or somehow aid in your infiltration of the Vox relay station. Let's go confront us. Savannah. Wee.
Let's keep your lamps lit for wildlife.
Hostile wildlife. Familial classification of Raptidon. Detected ahead.
I swear that wasn't planned.
Bit cartridge and a canister. You got a little gun here. Biomass pistol. There's a Raptidon up here, I'm guessing.
Engaging combat protocols.
You shoot that. You shooting at Valerie?
The idea is to kill them before you die.
That gun we picked up any better than ours? Ours does 23 damage, DPS 68. Well, that's definitely better. Let's do 40 damage. Let's try out a shotgun. Medium armor, light armor, and medium armor. Let's do that. It's where the moon man. How did that beep? Ah, it's got a reflex scope. Looks like we're going to this building here. Savannah, are you inside? Let's put our gun away. We're friendly for now. Exogenetician Chapel. I definitely butchered that name.
We're closed.
I don't care. Praising the architect and honoring the equation. The Order of the Ascendant strives to continually demonstrate that the truth of the universe lies within the purest of mathematics. The universal equation, a perfect mathematical expression that generates all of existence. Through its flawless calculation, all things are possible. As our knowledge of the equation grows, we asymptotically approach the ideal state of ascendancy, where we shall become one with the universe, or know the mind of the architect, if you will. Was the architect a being? Not in the sense that you and I are, but that is of no matter, literally and figuratively. Like the terms in a formula, the architect is an extraction of the mathematically perfect yet unknown energies that spawned the universe. We honor the 0 point of the grand plan with that name, as well as label the omega point of the equation with the same boundary expression. So let us give thanks to the architect for our part in the perfection of the grand plan, be it as an enlightened mathematician or simply a programmer of manual labor automechanicals. Honor the equation and architect with every action, no matter how mundane such action may feel. For every action is a step towards the eventual realization of the equation. Hi, Savannah.
Did you not hear me? This place is closed. No learning today about how everything happens according to the obscure calculus of an indecipherable plan.
Then why are you here?
Obviously, as the result of the obscure calculus of an indecipherable plan. I don't know. I'm no scientician.
You're a friend of Augustine de Vries, aren't you?
Why are you asking? Who are you?
The people she tried to kill.
By the architect. I had no idea. I wish I could say it was unbelievable. I was afraid she was becoming a danger to herself and to others. But this is horrifying.
Yeah, imagine how we feel. Why don't you tell us where she is so we can make sure she ain't being a danger to herself or others?
This is difficult for her, Niles. Let's let her explain what she's talking about.
The anguish she always seemed to battle with, I fear it may have finally overwhelmed her. And could likely be what's driven her to her present course of action.
And just what is her present course of action?
I wish I knew. It's nothing good, I can tell you that. I haven't seen her since before the corporatists invaded the island. I'm afraid she's going to do something terrible, but I just don't know what. Maybe none of this would have happened had I not introduced her to Victor.
What do you know about what she was doing at the Vox station?
What do you mean? It was where she worked, one of the Protectorate's communications hubs. She didn't speak of it much, at least to me. She may have spoken to Victor about it. He's an archivist from the Order. We were all friends for a time. But then, shortly before the schism, they started talking to some others inside the Order. That's when things became tense. I started to become uneasy, scared, really. She kept getting angrier with the Order the more she worked with Victor and her other contacts. On top of everything else, it became just too much for me.
What's this schism you mentioned?
The Order used to be part of the Protectorate. For most of my life, they seemed one and the same. But soon after the invasion, the Order renounced them as no longer fit to lead. They said they'd lost their way, and worse, were in violation of the grand plan. Suddenly, something we'd been told was the ultimate truth our whole life was deemed heresy. We were told to believe in the paradigm instead, which seemed an awful lot like the same plan, worded in a way that made the Protectorate themselves the ultimate truth.
And now you just pretend to believe in it?
We are trained from birth to believe anything they tell us. When the alternatives are death or having them forcibly recalibrate your gray matter, it is surprisingly easy.
Did you ramble on about the Sentinels versus the cult of corporatism?
Among other things. For some reason, she was obsessed with the cliffhanger ending of Chapter 6. It was the one where capitalist fanatics brought complete destruction upon Arcadia. But you know how it works. It was somehow miraculously saved at the beginning of the next chapter. Didn't matter to DeVries, though. She just kept going over it and over it. Would have talked to a Crabble about it if there was no one else to listen. That, and the invasion itself, set her mind to dark things. I begged her not to go down that road again.
Again? She's done this before?
She was so agitated when I first met her. Must have been 7, going on 8 years ago now. She never slept, didn't talk to anyone if she could avoid it. After we became friends, she began to change. Still bothered her from time to time, but I thought it mostly behind her. I couldn't watch her go back to how she'd been. Or worse.
Is it true that the Order somehow helped Antis invade, like the Protectorate are saying?
No. But it had to be someone's fault, right? The Protectorate couldn't possibly have failed to safeguard the colony. Then they had to answer the accusations the Order leveled at them.
How did you and DeVries meet?
We became friends when she saved me. I'd said something without thinking. Must have been distracted. We all know to watch every last word we say. For some reason, she interceded on my behalf with an arbiter. And she convinced him he didn't hear what he actually did. No one does that. Void, I didn't think anyone could.
Was she part of the Order?
We all were, originally, before the schism. But she never gave it up, even when it became illegal to even mention their name. Which was surprising with how angry she seemed to be getting with them, even as she was deep into scheming with Victor and the others. She even continued to sign her messages, "See you in the equation." It's all so confusing.
Seems like knowing her was unsettling for you.
She ain't the only one.
It's difficult to explain. She spoke about things in unfamiliar ways. I felt her words to be freeing, at first. But slowly, I began to feel unmoored, doubting everything I ever knew. She said learning the truth of things was worth it. But now I question whether her truth was just more of her penchant to sow chaos, no matter who may be caught in her schemes. Some days I wish I'd never listened to her at all. Others, I can't help but miss her. Even with everything.
Know a little something about that, too.
You ever see her again, Savannah?
I did try to. Once. After the corporatists invaded Paradise Island and took over Fairfield. They seemed to let anyone in there. Some boisterous fellow even tried to recruit me.
The safe in her house was empty. You don't know anything about that?
Yes, and I am ashamed to admit it. Though if she hadn't wanted me to, she wouldn't have told me the code. Same one she used for everything. 15-778.
That is Agent DeVries's identification code, Commander.
She said it had some meaning from her previous life. I'd hoped she'd left something for me, but the safe was empty.
Before she does anything else, I have to leave.
I know I've no right to ask this of you, but when you find her, please remind her of who she used to be. She's unwell, but I know there's still hope for her.
I'll talk to her before I decide what I'll do.
That's all I can ask.
Just let me have everything in here.
Sometimes I get the feeling we're not welcome here. Like the Protectorate folks resent us liberating them.
I do not believe we've been in this building yet. What? Is that the Wizard of Oz? Dear Father, Mother, Guardian Name, I regret to inform you that your son, daughter, child, employee rank, first name, last name was killed in action. I know the sorrow that this message brings you, but soldier rank last name was valuable anti-choice asset, and this, so they just have that out and fill it in for anybody that dies in combat. Let's go visit the Wizard of Oz.
Yet you see fit to keep me in a constant state of consternation. With each unauthorized act, you jeopardize our hold of Fairfield.
Yes, but you must understand, the Protectorate citizenry is a hair's breadth from defection. Within the week, I'm certain.
Certain? Like the week prior and the week before that. Impressive foresight you wield. Should apply to join the Order of the Ascendant.
It would be difficult enough to convert the stubborn populace without your soldiers' constant, ill-advised forays.
Enough! Your yipping reminds me of my 2 old canids. I loved those canids. You, on the other hand, are trying my patience. We don't want to try Auntie's patience, do we?
No, Auntie.
Yes, I thought not. Now, unless you care to see what life in the lower rungs looks like, you will both of you cease your foolish maneuvering immediately. Do I make myself clear?
Yes, Auntie.
Good. See that it is done. I will brook no more disappointments. And while you're at it, you might want to look into your security situation, Commander. I'm not accustomed to an audience when addressing my subordinates.
Who in the void? Eavesdropping on Auntie's choice business is like to get a body shot for spying. Though you're not wanting for moxie. I'll give you that.
Now hold a moment, Carr. When opportunity comes visiting, perhaps it's better not to riddle it full of holes. Our new compatriot may be of assistance.
A surprisingly good point, especially from you. She only forbade us using our own personnel. Be a whole other matter were a stranger to happen to aid one of us. But which? Well, you seem an observant sort, so I expect you'll tire of Milver Street's bluster soon enough. Come see me before agreeing to whatever absurdity he proposes. Unlike him, I have some work actually befitting your time. I'll be waiting.
Alone at last. I never thought she'd leave. Now then, allow me to introduce myself. I am D.B. Milver Street, Minister of Marketing, Duke of Demographics, Commercial Condottiere, President of Promotional Material. Tell me, do you believe in signs?
Are you making fun of me?
Perish the thought. The first rule of diplomacy is never to slight a potential ally, if it can be avoided. I do not believe in signs. I believe in opportunities. Right now, at this moment, you and I have an opportunity to save countless lives. But I'm hardly the type to beg and ask for nothing in return. Tell me, what do you desire of this island?
Hey, Niles. Think we can trust this guy?
With that hat? Absolutely not.
Is this a bad time to mention I can read lips?
You don't like the hat, Niles? I need to get into the Vox relay.
Ambitious, aren't we? Easily the best protected location on Paradise Island. Hardly a place for a stroll. But if you assist me, I promise to get you inside. Better yet, helping me shall result in our saving dozens, no, hundreds of lives. Your conscience shall be renewed.
It's a nice sales pitch. You're quite a salesman.
You can't blame a body for wanting to practice, can you? Fine. I'll give it to you straight then. Auntie may demand Carr and I do nothing, but for each moment I remain inactive, dozens fall in meaningless combat. I seek a persuasive method of alleviating this conflict. The Protectorate utilizes a procedure known as mental refreshment to ease the temperament of wayward subjects. The Ministry of Accuracy contains vital information about the process and where it is performed. This is the prize I seek. I previously sent a grafted soldier, Trooper Sealong, to retrieve said information, but I have not heard from her in some time. Consequently, I must presume the worst.
What do you know about this mental refreshment?
Protectorate subjects willingly submit themselves to a kind of
Willingly?
mental reset designed to bring them closer to the Protectorate ideal. But I have reason to believe that their system is less rigid than Protectorate leadership would claim. It's ripe for exploitation. Is there a more beautiful phrase?
Well, the woman here previously did say she wants me to talk to her before I agree to anything. So I'll think about it.
You should go talk to Carr. Perhaps when you hear what kind of violence she wants you to perpetrate, you'll see the worth of my proposal.
So we got Auntie Cleo being like a Mr. House from Fallout New Vegas. Television screen. Hello, where's what's her name? Kraus?
Watch out for that Auntie Cleo. I know she don't look it, but she's more dangerous than she seems.
Car.
Choice could not maneuver her.
You're here early. I expected you'd be on the receiving end of Milver Street's bluster until close to the end of time. Happy that ain't the case, as I can make use of you. I'm Officer Babylon Carr, head of aggressive acquisitions and persons elimination on Paradise Island. Let no one say I can't be official when circumstances merit. Now, not to say I question the presence of a wayward sightseer in the midst of a war-torn waste, but it might be safer for us both if I knew your purpose.
I need to get to the Vox relay.
The Vox, eh? Bent on bloody self-destruction, I could just have my troops dispatch you, save you the effort. Although if you were keen on continuing to draw breath, perhaps you and I could broker a deal. There are Protectorate vitals need bled. You could do the bleeding.
Suppose there's no shame in hearing what you've got planned.
I want the Protectorate war effort exsanguinated. You want into the Vox relay. You help me, I help you. There's a particular holding we shelled early in the war, name of Euphoria Coast Automech Repair Center. Deserves a raising for the length of its blasted name alone. My scouts report recent Protectorate attempts to bring it back to functioning. I need the place sabotaged, lest Automechs return to aid the Protectorate war effort in droves. Should note, the ministers like to take our working together as a personal affront. Aid me, and I suspect he'll rescind any offer he may have made to you.
Milver Street said the same thing about you. He wants information on mental refreshment.
Do you suggest that our good minister has lost patience with playing fair and now seeks to delve into the oily recesses of brainwashing? Oh, for shame. He's devoted to his half measures. I'll give him that. But he wouldn't have to wheedle and connive if he knew directness. Milver Street's grinning manipulation won't earn nothing but more of our own dead. Work with me.
So, what do we want to do? Work with Milver Street, who I'm not, first glances, I'm not a fan of. Or work with Carr here. I think we're gonna go with Officer Carr. I'd rather work with you than Milver Street. I prefer the direct approach.
Competence recognizes competence. One last thing. Visit the Ministry of Accuracy first to gain credentials that will grant you easy entrance to the repair center.
Roger that. We are going to finish this episode with Peerless Journey to the Grove. Huel Chaudhry has plans to meet a business associate, Jackson Plum, in the Spire Grove to take receipt of a mysterious Protectorate technology, but he becomes incapacitated by fears of real and imagined dangers along the way. Meet Jackson Plum. Meet Jackson Plum in Spire Grove. Meet with Jackson Plum in Spire Grove to gain the schematics. Huel said that the road leading directly from Fairfield to Spire Grove's plateau is blocked by a damaged cargo lift. But there's another route at the southern end of Paradise Island. He admitted that you might find a place to climb up the cliffside if you dare. So we're gonna finish doing...
Commander, there is a 98.7% chance that hunting Agent DeVries will require greater amounts of ammunition than you currently possess. Ammunition can be purchased at vending machines or crafted at a workbench using materials like this collection of scrap metal and powder.
I can also help you craft items in a pinch when we're out together. Most won't even explode on you.
Thank you. So like I was saying, we were gonna finish this episode by helping this guy, this annoying guy, Huel Chaudhry.
Every time I think I'm having a bad day, I just tell myself, wait.
It's 150 meters away. Is this the lift that's broken? It does look like it. Engineering 3. Might be able to fix it. Just gained an extra holster. So that should mean Gain an additional weapon slot. Step aside, ankle holsters, shoulder holsters, yesterday's news. Now you'll be the talk of the town. With a new concealed head holster, try not to put anything too sharp on it. Is that done at a workbench, I take it? Commemorative toss ball. We are going this way, trying to get into this darn town. What is a hammer claw?
Let me know when you need a distraction. Got a distraction for you? Come at it.
Oh my.
Things take time, Commander. Ain't returned. How are you still upright over there?
They all dead. So level up. Let's level up really quick. Want hack up one. And let's get engineering start going, because there's a lot of engineering stuff that I watch start being able to get into. And we get another perk. Close range, sneak attacks, do more damage. I'm gonna go with point blank artist. Now we do better damage up close. How am I supposed to get into this place?
Up to, but I'm not ready.
What did we just discover over here? Research scientist Herschel.
Perhaps? Oh, hello there. Welcome to my little slice of paradise in paradise. I didn't hear you come in. I'm focused something fierce on my current project, you see.
So focused you didn't see that all those crabbles were outside of your house?
It is? Fascinating. Did you see any unusual behavior? Any changes in Crabble familial dynamics? Or the emergence of any new evolutionary traits?
They're all dead.
All the way dead? Or just a mite dead?
Don't insult me, they're all the way dead.
Dang. Well, I reckon I can still do some research on their bodies. Here, for the research opportunity you've provided. And your trouble getting here.
Alright, thank you for the caps. The heck? That looks dangerous. I'm just gonna leave you to it. I wonder if I go up here. You dead? You dead. Go this way. You Torore? Ah. So that is the giant thing that was locked on the other side. So let's just go in here. Wait, was this the way in the whole time? Is this the outside again? Yeah, that was the outside. Wow. A lot easier than I made it. So now we are searching for somebody. Jackson Plum.
No, Jackson, don't! Don't fret. With these boots, I can fly! Jackson! Jackson!
The heck?
Legs, if you can hear me, Jackson!
Where did he just do that? It wasn't the fall that killed him, it was a sudden stop at the end.
Oh, law. I can't believe he jumped that way.
Sir, I know this isn't the time, but are they gonna put us to the gallows for this?
What? No. That ain't how we operate in Auntie's Choice, Liza. We might be looking at a pretty fierce demotion for losing half our workforce and getting stuck up here, though.
Demotion to fertilizer?
No. Now cease your jawing. This ain't the time. Hey, you! You down there! Would you mind checking on our fellow? Might he have survived the fall?
Well, the fall didn't kill him, it was the ground that he hit at the end of the fall.
He thought those boots would make him fly, but they really just allow the user to jump repeatedly. Unless their downward velocity is too great. If so, well, you see what happens.
This is Jackson. His business partner Fairfield is going to be very upset.
Not nearly as upset as we are. We've been stuck atop this machine since Ida, one of our new Protectorate acquisitions, had her gray matter scrambled by the height, jumped down, and landed right in its gears.
Scrambled her brain? You're not that high up.
I can't fathom no sensible motive. She joined us shortly after Auntie liberated her with the freedom of meritocracy, and she seemed happy enough.
Were you not listening? She said she'd always be a loyal subject. It was part of the endless inculcation we endured in the Protectorate. It can prove insurmountable for some.
The notion that she'd sacrifice herself, even after seeing the vast possibilities in staying alive and climbing the corporate ladder, it's just impossible to cognize.
If I were you, I'd be much more concerned with how you're going to be climbing down.
There ain't no way off this platform besides jumping, and you've seen how that ends. But you being down there makes you uniquely qualified to help us. The reason Jackson tried using those plasma thruster boots was to gather a piece of machinery we'd spotted on a little table halfway up the spire.
It's a drive overloader. If we install it, we can push the platform's arm hard enough to, well, to grind old Ida out of the gears.
Though the power of that overloader will deluge the system and, well, overload the drive and burn it out all permanent-like. But desperate times and all that.
So if you were to use them boots to bound up the spire and deliver the overloader to us, we'd avoid the tragic fate of our two former cohorts.
Take the boots, bounce the spire, grab the gadget, and bring it to you?
Exactly.
Alright, I'm on it.
Thank the Sovereign. Thank you, stranger. We are eagerly anticipating a long life, utterly absent of starvation.
You owe me. I gotta take the boots. P-E-A-L-E, Pale. The plasmatic augmented leap enhancer is a fantastic invention that allows one to reach new heights. They are automatically equipped and allow you to jump a second time while already in the air. After jumping or falling, jump again to activate the thrusters. The Pale is ineffective while falling at critical velocities. So you get a double jump. Okay. So let's go return these to Huel.
These riffs got me awful perturbed. Hey, Rhett. I've been gone a while. How'd it go? Tell me you got good news.
I got the schematics, but your business partner, I'm afraid he jumped to his death.
Why, that's terrible. But you said you have the schematics? I'll take those. What? Sovereign's finest potato corollary peeler? This was supposed to be a guaranteed bestseller. Who in their right mind would... Jackson, you idiot! Ah! It's a good thing he's dead, because if he wasn't, I'd kill him! There's no... God damn it! I'm never getting that promotion.
Thought you were all marketing geniuses who could sell anything. Good chance to prove it now there, Huel.
This was supposed to be my easy path to a promotion. Must be something I can do to salvage this.
Nothing's easy.
Tell me, did you come across any other advanced protectorate technology while you were there? Anything more, well, easily marketable?
What about these personnel plasma thrusters? Guess they're an old protectorate technology.
Personal thrusters? No one would ever want such preposterous things. I'd be laughed out of recreant reclamation. Imagine jumping about like a sprog. Ridiculous. Well, here's all I can spare in regards to your compensation. Try not to spend it all in one place. It's supposed to be categorically bad for commerce. In the unlikely event things somehow pan out and I get that big promotion, I'll see you're taken care of. Until then, take care.
Now you too, Huel. Huel was annoying. Alright guys, and we are gonna call it a part there. In the next video, we will be helping out these two morons that got stuck way up there and can't get down by using double boost and going up there to find a drive overload. So if you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.